you know what he said? Annam. A food is the Brahman. Without the food, nothing can survive. We have to notice that when he said it is prana. Prana is that without which nothing can survive. Everything is surviving because of the prana. Prana means as we breathing, inhaling, exhaling. Without that, who will survive? It is necessary. So that is the Brahman. And it is all pervading everywhere. Then it is Aditya, the light, everywhere and helping each and every being to survive. So that is also Brahman. And third, it said Annam. Annam means food. Usually Anna, that means rice. There is a literal meaning of the word Anna is rice. They were all rice eater, so rice. But no, it is food. Any food, anywhere that without the food, no one can survive. No one can survive. So that is the reason Annam is the food. Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat. One young boy came to his guru. He said, tell me about the Brahman. Guru looked at him. He is not ready yet. So, and they were very intelligent people. He said, well, I will tell you. But what is day to day? So he said this. You come after 15 days. But these 15 days, you should not eat anything except drinking water. And slowly. And Guru said, so he was fasting, first day, second day, third day. On the 15th day, he was lying down. Guru sent someone to call him. And he somehow got up and came to the Guru. Guru said, hey, you were supposed to come and ask that question. By that time, because the 15 days fasting, he has forgotten all the question. He said, what question? What is? I'm so hungry, sir. I can't remember anything. Well, go and start taking food a little, and after 15 days, come back. And he started eating and slowly. After the 15 days, again, he was normal, strong. He came and he said, yes, now I remember. And what is the first question? What is Brahman? Annam, he said. Annam Brahmeti Vyajanat. The food is your Brahman. And that is why in India and the Brahmans particularly, they never waste food. If they are having some extra food, they will give it to the animals, to the birds, or even throw on the ponds so that the fish can eat it. They will never waste it. And they will take that much food which they can consume, they can eat. There's some places in the Middle East, their system is, if you finish your plate, that means you are insulting the person to whom you have gone to eat. They will go on pouring again. You have to plate will be full. And you eat whatever you like and then throw it. That shows that I have sufficient to serve you. This is an egoistic way, but they don't know the food is so important for every being. Without food, no one can survive. So, Annam Brahmeti Vyajana. See, the small thing. We never imagine God means something in the heaven and God means this, God means that. Read the Upanishad and you will find the God is everywhere. That is the consciousness. It is the prana, the breathing that we are doing and surviving. And it is everywhere. It is the light of the sun, Aditya, without which we cannot survive. It is everywhere. It is not for only particular people. Each and every one get the life by that. And it is Anna, the food. This is Brahman. And that is the reason before eating, one should remember God and be thankful. Anything. Today we are getting so much. God forbid, we do not know what may happen. For little food, we may have to beg. So that is the reason it says to three priests, and the three different type of mantra they are going to chant. And he said, first the prana, then the aditya, then the anna. In other Upanishads also we find this. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, Khali pete dharmo hayana. In Bengali, he said. Empty stomach, you cannot practice religion. I remember when we were very young, just joined, it was 22, 23 years, young people. So we were in Belur Math, and Belur Math condition was very poor. They used to give us one time rice and that much. And morning breakfast was terrible. A lot of tea was available because tea, the quantity of tea that they are mixing, same. And milk same, sugar same. Only if the number is more, water is more. So it goes on like this. So sometimes the good taste, sometimes it's only water. But that was the tea, but hot. And then the bread they used to give so nicely, they used to make the one small piece, then they'll make it two. So we used to tell the transparent bread because, because if you take like this, you can see the other side also, the transparent bread. And that was the condition. And sometimes I used to do a lot of exercise, so I used to feel hungry. So what to do? I used to go and choose those old swamis. We'll never eat those because because there are so many swamis, 200, 300 swamis and brahmacharis. So they can't make it in a toast and all that, the raw thing. And those old swamis, they can't digest that. So they used to put it aside. So I used to go and say, Swami, can I take that? And yes, you can. So they used to give us. That way we were surviving. Annam Brahmeti. Then the one day one Swami, he told me, I saw one devotee has brought a lot of sandesh. We call it jalbhara. Jalbhara means inside there is a sweet a liquid, and that is talsha sandesh. So they used to serve that. Another Swami, he was very, very famous, Bharat Maharaj, he was distributing it to the devotees. So I thought devotees I can also take. So he was in the line. So when I reached to him, he looked at me and he never said any sentence. No one heard a complete sentence from him. So only one syllable, two syllables. Bo, and like that. So he didn't give us. Because brahmachari should not take that. It was offered by anyway. So, and another Swami looked at me and then said, don't take all those. Come, I will give you some, we call it batasha. The batasha is a sweet meat, still here. Somebody brought it. So it is there. And it is sugar candy type thing. And muri. So that is available. Collect that, keep that, put little water and add that batasha. It will be very tasty. So that, by that we used to survive. So that anna is really, really, it was, this called annam brahmeti vyajana. Khali pete, how can you meditate? You cannot meditate with empty stomach. You are hungry. You need the food. So they taught that this is your God and never ever ignore that. This is a beautiful teaching. Ushasti insisted to understand the meaning of the mantra that helps the practitioner, those who are practicing to develop their spiritual life. In the Charpat Panjarika Stotram, our Shankaracharya is also mentioning that Kurute Ganga Sagara Gamanam Brata Paripalana Athoba Danam Jnana Bihine Sarvamanena Muktina Bhavjati Janma Shatena. Now you go to holy places like Ganga Sagar. This is the last end of the Bengal where the Ganga, that river, holy river, and the Bay of Bengal meeting. That is the point. All people go over there because Kapil Muni practiced meditation, and so they go there. And pilgrims like the holy places like Ganga Sagar and performing different rituals, doing charity will not help to get the liberation, mukti, even in hundreds of lives, unless you know the true meaning and realize that having the knowledge of that. The jnana bihina, without the jnana, nothing is going to happen. See, we, the Ramakrishna Mission, we also do rituals. But along with the rituals, we are very, you'll notice that everywhere the puja is going on, then at the same time, discourses will be side by side. Why? Sometimes the puja, after the puja, there will be discourse. Why? People should know what is going on. People should know what God and goddesses they are worshipping. And what is that? That gives them the clear understanding where I am going to reach. Otherwise, it is that some confusion and just sheer practices, as because my grandfather told, father told, I am also practicing, not knowing why. One should not do that. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna also said that Nam Nami Ek, the name of the God and that particular God or goddess are same. Suppose we are taking the name of Durga, and who is this Durga? What she did? And if we don't know that, we won't get that benefit, spiritual benefit, after taking the name of Durga. It is a hallowed name, it is a holy name. But you should know about her. And second, he said, Naam Gunakirtan Korte Hai. One should go on taking the holy name of God. That's why the initiation they take. But along with that, you have to remember what is this particular God and goddess I am taking that name. So that way, it's called the Adarsha Grahan. When you are getting the initiation, you are accepting that particular God or goddess, what the best thing that he did. Like the Sri Ramachandra, we are so fond of Sri Ramachandra, but do we know actually what Ramachandra for? Satya, the truthfulness, Bachan Baddhata. That's if you have given the word, you must keep that. Any promise, you must keep that. If for that you have to die, but you must keep that. The Sri Ramachandra, in his whole life, he taught only this. So when we are taking the name of Sri Rama, if we are the devotee of Rama, we must also follow that particular quality that your God performed. And then Krishna. The Krishna also, Tyaga. He could control the whole, he could conquer the whole India, undivided India. He was tremendous power, organizing power, and then he was a very good, the king. But no, wherever he went, whatever he got, he changed the ruler because they were not good. Then he asked the son of that particular person, you must rule, but rule properly. Don't torture the people. That is not the king's way. King should protect the subjects. This is called Tyaga. And what Sri Ramakrishna? Sri Ramakrishna, it is love and unselfishness. If you read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, you will find, except these two, there is nothing. It is love for each and everyone. Each and everyone. No discrimination. And then unselfishness. There was nothing that he was thinking, if I do this, I will get back this. No selfishness. So these are the qualities of the gods and goddesses. Now in next few chapters, I'll be skipping those. In the Upanishad, it describes about the yajna and different type of yajna. As I was telling, repetition. That was the system in the old teaching. They'll say, see, in the yajna, this is happening, that is happening. Every yajna should begin with the hinkara and end with nidana. This is the terminologies. You will find that some words like hinkara, we say omkara nowadays, it was like the hinkara. Hinkara, it's begin the puja, the celebration or the yajna. Whatever the particular ritual that you are doing, you should start with the hinkara. Then prastava goes on praying, that is the prastava. Then the udgita, then the God has already appeared. Then we are worshipping that God. And by that way, pratihara, giving a different type of, like the food and different oblations, that is pratihara. Nidana means we conclude, we end. Gaccha Devi Yathagatam. So we said after the Durga Puja, it begins with the Shashti, the sixth day, then the Shaptami, Ashtami, Navami. After the Dashami, they say, "O mother, now you go back to your own abode. I will remember you within my heart." Here we can say the Hindu, they never worship the image. They actually keep the image in their front so that they can concentrate their mind on that. Same Hindu worshipping Krishna, keeping the Krishna's image. Then Rama, then Durga, then Shiva, then Kali. Same Hindu going on worshipping, keeping this different type of gods and goddesses. How that is possible? Actually, they are not worshipping that particular deity. They are concentrating, and then through that, they are reaching to that Brahman, which is all pervasive consciousness. So this is little difficult to understand though, and sometimes we say you choose one deity, one God, and concentrate on that. Then one lady rang me, "Swamiji, I have taken initiation, but the problem, I love Kali, and they have given the mantra of different other gods. So what will happen to me?" Since you have already taken it, it is better that you chant that mantra as the Guru has given. Then you also take the name of Goddess Kali, pray to Goddess Kali, as because you love Kali. It is both the same. You don't worry about that. The Kali means the power of God. And the Kali is nothing but all pervasive, the power, the blinking that we are doing. That is also the power. Without that, we cannot do. So they gave the name Tantra, that is the Shakti, the power, and then to help that, Kali. And sometimes in the movies, they don't understand. That's why the Ushas, this thing, they should also read without knowing what is the goddess. They always depict the goddess Kali as the goddess who is killing and doing all those things. Nothing. Can mother kill? No. So this is the reason one should understand the meaning of the gods and goddesses and the mantra. So this Hinkara, Prastava, Udgita, Pratihara, Nidana. These are the 5 stages of Yajna. You will wonder in the second chapter, 13th, the words, there in the Upanishad, it says when a male and a female, they are meeting, that is also Yajna. And they have given the details how it is Hinkara, Prastava, Udgita, Pratihara, and also Nidana. And again it says that the earth is Hinkara, sky is Prastava, heaven is Udgita, quarters are Pratihara, ocean is the Nidana. All that we see is nothing but the Brahman. What is the idea? Idea to make our mind, prepare our mind in such a way so that wherever we see, whatever we see, is nothing but that consciousness. And it says the human body. Finally, it brings to the body because we are always associated with this body. And it says the hair, the skin, the flesh, the bone, and the marrow, they are one after another the Hinkara, Prastava, Udgita, Pratihara, and Nidana. And then the whole body is nothing but God. I am that God. Then sometimes some of the Swamis, they will always say, when you are bathing, be very careful. You are not bathing your body, you are bathing the God. That you are cleaning not your body, it is the God. Constantly thinking that everything is nothing but the same God. So it says in that way, and then a transformation we notice, and we will study from there, prayer is coming. It was the yajna, now the prayer to gods. And Indra, Varuna, Surya, the gods. That will be, our mind is taking to that. Now it begins with Brahman. What is that Brahman? All-pervading consciousness. How many people can understand and meditate on that? So they started to make the ordinary people understand yajna. Yajna means fire. The fire is the God. At least something is there. See, Hindus, so many crores of gods and goddesses, 33 crores, they say. Now, must be they have increased. But still, they worship only one. What is that? All pervasive consciousness. And first they started with that. Ordinary people can't understand that. So the yajna. Yajna means the fire. When the fire is there, through the fire, slowly, they started introducing, see the tree, see the earth, see the air, see the ocean. This is also part of yajna. Ultimately come to the body. Your body is also the part of yajna. Whatever you do, your hair, your skin, your flesh, everything is that. So that is the wonderful way they're transforming our mind. So, and after that, they said, well, now we will be introduced with the external gods and goddesses. And from there came images. The Indra, what is Indra? Well, in the all this in the sky, and this thunder is there, Indra must be that. Indra must be possessing that thunder. So they gave and the form and the thunder, that is Indra. This way, slowly, this all things developed. Chandogya gives us a history of the spiritual development. And all they did only for the ordinary people, so that ordinary people can understand it. Thank you, friends. In the next Sunday, I don't know next Sunday whether I'll be here or not. Next Sunday, I will give the class, but not from here, maybe online. So I'll be going to some place to give a talk. Once in a month, I go out to different states because our devotees are there. I go and meet them. So naturally, that is also the part of the duties. The sadhana, we go there. So from there, then finally, the fourth Sunday, there won't be any class here because all of us will be in the Ganges having the retreat. The retreat in the Ganges, this is in Michigan. If you have not registered, please register quickly. And then we will go and we will discuss the 4 steps to realize the Brahman. So that is the subject maybe. And friends, thank you for all this. And after that, we will be, in the next month, there will be Durga Puja, there will be fall banquet, and so many other programs are coming up. So we need your cooperation and participation. Thank you very much. Let us say Shanti. Oh, the questions are there?
Devashish is asking a two-part question. As we know, in all living beings, God is present. There are good and bad people. In a negative situation, knowing the fact that God is present in them, is it not a sin if we react to them?
No, it is not. See how it goes. So, one boy was running and he was chased by a dog. The dog was barking and this boy was running. His friend, he was on the other side of the road and he said, "Hey, why you are running? Don't you know the barking dog doesn't bite?" "I know. Does the dog knows?" The dog may bite me. So that's why I'm not taking the chance. I'm running away. Like that, I know that everything is Brahman. But whether the tiger knows that, whether the bad person knows that, so accordingly, according to the situation, I have to react. If it is possible, avoid the company of the bad people. Thank you.
Second part is, does it depend on individual karma, the number of good people that will come across in one's life?
Of course, those who have done the good karma, that means in their thought, in their action, and also in their words, they never did any wrong, they never hurt anyone. They never criticized, even in thoughts. So those people will naturally, they'll be divine people. So there will be rarity. Sometimes only we meet them, see them. Thank you.
Rama, who is living in Calcutta, is asking, I live there, how do I pervade all over the world?
How do I?
Pervade all over the
Oh,
world.
this is as long as we are in the body and we are associated with the body, we won't understand. But as a consciousness, we are all pervading. So that is right this moment, it will be sufficient if you only learn this as a consciousness, it is all pervasive. And what is the consciousness? Any Vedanta student, they know there are three stages: Jagrat, Sapna, Susupti. And Jagrat means the waking stage. We all know that. Swapna, when you go to sleep, forget our body, but we are surviving in dream. We are running, we are talking, we are mixing with people, and everything just like the original, but in dream. That means without the body, I survive. And third condition comes called susupti. This is just terminology. Susupti, it says dreamless sleep condition. And in the dreamless, that means the mind is also absent. So I am not thinking, I am not dreaming. Then where I am, that consciousness. So that proves the consciousness, and that consciousness is present within us, and that is all pervasive. And that way we are everywhere. Thank you.
Gaurav Rai is asking, what becomes the name of Gotra of those who join discipleship of Sri Ramakrishna Mission?
What is the Gotra?
Gotra of disciples of Sri Ramakrishna.
No. The Ramakrishna Mission, two types of people. The one is the devotees. We never change their Gotras. They are as it is. Only thing we say, take the name of God. And mostly we tell, you better take the name of that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's name. Why? Because the ideology is excellent. Love and unselfishness. At the moment you become unselfish, you become God yourself. Bhagavan Swami Vivekananda said, what is God? Unselfishness is God. The moment you become unselfish, you become God yourself. Now, to become unselfish, you have to develop love. So, love and unselfishness, that is the ideology. And we never change their gotra. But another group, those who come and become monks and nuns, our gotra is only Sri Ramakrishna gotra. So, obviously, we burn all our previous identities. In the modern days, they don't allow. Otherwise, we are supposed to write who is the father, Sri Ramakrishna, who is the mother, Masarada Devi. One of our Swami, Tyagananda, when he first came to America long back, so he wrote that, and that was accepted. Afterwards, we tried. They said, no, you have to give your original father's name and inquiry and all those. So our Gotra is Sri Ramakrishna Gotra. We all belong to Sri Ramakrishna, and we don't have any family, we don't have any other identity except this. But for you, the devotees, no, you are identified with all the previous things. Anything else?
Last question. Muralidharan is asking, if this universe is created, preserved, and dissolved by Ishvara, the power of Brahman, what is the role of Ma Kali or Shakti or Durga in relation to this universe?
Actually, they only give different type of names. What is the role? It was created by the Supreme God. So what is the role of Kali Durga? You know what? By different type of things, they continuously, if you notice, Hindus are very clever. They will continuously make your mind engaged on the spiritual thought. So almost every month there will be one or two celebrations. In Bengali, they used to say, Baro Mashe Tero Parban. Parban means celebration. In the 12 months, 13 celebrations. So why? So every time you are remembering God. That is the system. So that is why they do. And the Kali and the Durga, they represent the Shakti part of God. And what is that Shakti? all pervasiveness. I will just tell the story. Now there was a Ashura. Ashura means they were also religious people, but mostly they used to utilize their divine power for their own benefit. They became selfish. Those who are tremendously selfish, they are Asuras. Mixture of selfishness, unselfishness, human being. Pure unselfishness, God. So these are the three. So these pure unselfish, they are Asuras. The one of them became very powerful, vanquished the gods. Then he was torturing. Then ultimately it was necessary. All gods and goddesses combined their power and Durga was formed. If you read the Chandi, the beautiful description is there. And this lady, she came and sat on a higher place, attracting people. Then naturally the information went to the king, Ashura, and he said, hey, is it? Bring her. If it is she is very beautiful, she must be mine. They came and told, you must go to our powerful king. She told, see, I can. But only problem, as a girl, I made a promise. If anyone can defeat me in war, I will marry him. So are you kidding? It is Ashura. And they were, even the Indra and others, they were defeated. What you are going to do? I don't know. But as because of the promise, so you must ask your king to come and fight with me. And if he can defeat me, I will marry him. Now see, this girl, she is sitting over there and challenging. You must understand, must be something, because the ordinary girl cannot do like this. But no, Ashura's buddhi, that the intellect, this was not working properly. He sent all his heroes, go and bring her. If she is not coming out of her own, forcefully bring. She simply just food them, from the ear of her mouth, killed them all. Then the information went, again this idiot sent another group of people, one after another, and then she was going on killing. That time he should have understood, and instead of holding the hand of the mother, he should have touched the feet of the mother and begged for the forgiveness. No. And because of the ego, he came and tried to hold the mother's hand. Then she performed the tremendous power of God. And that is called Durga. So through this story, we learn. This is a story. If you go to the Himalaya and search for where Durga had a fighting, and no, I don't think you will find anything. And it is a story, and through the story, we learn God's power is supreme. So we should lower our ego, and understanding what is happening, we should go and take the refuge at the feet of God. So that is the power. Thank you, friends. Let us say, okay.
In our birth chart, normally, like Gotra, the astrologer define Gan, Devagan, Devarigan, Naragan. But in our real life, we find the behavioral are not like Deva, Nara, and Devari. It's otherwise. How that happens?
So actually the right moment when you were born, and he is asking when we are born, when they go to make that, they're almost everywhere, the birth chart, and they are Devagana. That means the child is born in a holy time. But then it changes. It changes because of the karma. Because it changes because of the karma, then sometimes some people, they get the opportunity to be a king. But after becoming a king, he forget what he's supposed to do. Then what happened? He lose the throne again. The same thing, previous birth, we did something good and we were getting that opportunity, but we made the mistake and we go down, and different other bad things started happening in our life. It changes. That the celestial position, it changes very fast. So there are some people, I know one, if you say the exact time, location, then you can say, that person can tell you when you're going to die, the timing, then what will happen in your life, what these and that, to some extent. But it changes. Suppose you are in Calcutta, but Calcutta is a big city. If you say birthplace Calcutta, that won't do. You have to give the exact place. So exactly that time, that star, how it was focusing or concentrating on that particular place where that baby was born. To that effect. But anyway, very complicated though. But I believe in the prayer. Don't worry about all this. Pray to God and everything will be all right. Because the God is the main who gives us all either good or bad results. So go to God. Everything will be all right. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to know the technical, is tattva and consciousness same, like Shiva tattva, like that.
Shiva Tattva.
Tattva means consciousness.
Tattva means the truth. Tattva means the truth. Now, about the Shiva, what is the truth? The Shiva's Tattva is tremendously unselfish because he is the person who came forward to save the world. When in the churning, the ocean churning, and all the venoms were coming out, then who was there? It is only Shiva. Even Vishnu told, no, I have some other work. So Vishnu also left. It is Shiva only, he came. He was not invited, but that time he came out of his own. So that is why, as Swami Vivekananda, he wrote a beautiful the stotra about Shiva. He was always ready to help others. So that is called the great love for each and every being. That is called Shiva.
Tattva is not consciousness.
No, Tattva is the truth about that particular God or goddess. And sometimes the tattva, of course, when the Vedantin they say, this is the tattva, again consciousness. They use the same word for so many times. The dharma. The dharma, I am going to give a talk coming Saturday, second Saturday in the Home of Harmony. That there, it is the four pillars of dharma. So many meaning are there of the word dharma, like the tattva. Thank you, friends. Let us say Shanti 3 times. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om.